why do I think we should buy black? The reason I think that we should buy black is that if we don't support each other, no one else will. Most races, say the Jewish race, they say that the Jewish money passes through a Jewish person's hand 56 times before it leaves the Jewish. They say money passes through the Asian man's community at least 20 odd or 30 odd times before it leaves their hand. They say money passes through a black person's hand, I think, twice before it leaves our community, which means that all of our money is spent with other races. However, other races ain't spending with us. I think that as black people, we've got so used to supporting other people and not supporting each other, and this is not done on purpose. A lot of us are still mentally enslaved. Many of us. During slavery, they taught us to not trust each other, and it's not even just slavery, just in society they've taught us not to trust each other. So, and that was done so we feel more comfortable spending with them, or or using their services, other races' services, that is. So I think that as black people, what we need to do now is come back together and realise that we are strength in numbers. They know our strength because most things that they advertise is always towards us because we are the biggest spenders. The black pound is spent, or the black dollar is spent the most. It's what builds up the economy. So that shows that how powerful we are. So imagine if we were to do that within our own community. What we need to do is build generational wealth. That's a must, and that's a need. Most white people, or even not just white people, but most Asians, whites, Jewish, are still living off wealth from past generations. Probably not as much the Asians as much, but many white people are still living off wealth that was formed. Obviously, a lot of it's through slavery, but it's still generational wealth kind of thing. Remember, slavery was a business, hence why this has happened. So if us as black people now were to come together and start building generational wealth, spending with each other, and generational wealth is built through, firstly, black relationships. Because what people have to realise is, people always say that, oh, it doesn't matter. It does, because for instance, if an Asian man is with an Asian woman and he's made wealth and he passes away, that money goes back. That money goes to his wife or his children, right? Firstly, it will go to his wife if his kids are young. So then that wealth will stay within the Asian community, kind of thing. If she was to marry again, or her kids were to grow up and marry a fellow Asian person, then that wealth will stay within them. No matter how where it goes, which side it goes onto, it stays within the Asian community, within the Asian community. What happens with us is, because we mix so much, so for instance, if I was with a white man and I gained wealth, yeah, and I was to, something happens to me, that wealth, my money, a lot of my money would go to him, so it goes back into the white man's wealth, and then he can spend it amongst his own, and then then it's disappeared. My community, black people, don't get to kind of, what's the word? Don't get the kind of the fruits of that my labour kind of thing. They don't get to use that money kind of thing. So that's why it's important for us to build generational wealth, and that can only happen if the black family starts rebuilding. Without the black family, we'll just keep on crumbling. Like, it's only within our community that you see a lot of people who have kind of come away from the black family makeup, and when they pass away, the wealth gets split between another race of people, and we just never keep that. That's one of the reasons why wealth doesn't stay within our community, believe it or not. I know a lot of people probably say, oh, what are you talking about? But it's the truth. That's why you see the Jewish, the Chinese, they stick together. They drum it into their children's head that they need to stay with their own. It's because of wealth reasons. If we keep on mixing or dating outside our race, and then our money gets passed, and then our money keeps on getting passed on to other races, then they keep on gaining from us, and there's no wealth stays within the black community. In order for us to keep wealth within the black community, we need to stick together and grow black and buy black kind of thing. That's what we need to do. kind of thing. So I strongly believe in the black pound, spending with your own kind of thing. This dress that I've got on now is from a black owned business. Everything that I've got on is from black owned business. The makeup that I've got on is a black owned business, because I believe that we have to buy from each other. We have to. That trust thing needs to go. That the trust issues that we've got with each other has to go. It has to go. And that only kind of started. You get it a lot in the UK. You do get it a lot in the UK where people, oh, you know, oh, I don't want to go to a black shop because it's a bit more expensive, kind of thing. You know, at the end of the day, that extra 50p is not gonna it's gonna help your fellow black person. It's gonna help them. There's nothing wrong with that. Spend that extra 50p. So, you know, next time they might be able to buy a bigger amount of stock and sell it for a bit less, kind of thing. What you have to realise is a lot of these Asian people, they can buy in massive bulk amounts because they've been going for such a long time. A lot of our black businesses are like sole low standing businesses, so they can't probably buy as much stock. So because they're buying less stock, it costs them a little bit more money, so they've got to sell it for a bit more. So just bear that in mind, because as a race we have to come back together. That's the only way, kind of thing, because as we can see, we are feared. So then a lot of those things that happen to us is because we are feared, and we are strength in numbers. We are very, very strong if we want to be. All we need to do now is be strategic about what we do and our next move. Don't talk everything that we're going to do neither, because that's another thing that we do. We let everyone know what we're going to do, and people either do it first or they break it down, just like with Black Wall Street. They broke it down because, you know, we kind of let them in too much. Obviously, it's not that we just let them in too much, because they are, you know, people are very envious, and they've been, you know, they've planned and plotted against us. But nowadays, obviously, we've got the strength of social media and stuff, but still don't put everything out there. Just keep a bit of stuff to ourselves, kind of thing, and do what we've got to do. I can see loads of changes happening within the community, and it's beautiful to see. But let's just keep on going, keep on striving. It's not easy, and like I say, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's going to take time. But if we come together and stick together, there's nothing that we can't do. But anyway, that's it from me. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Have a good day. Peace, love, and one love. Bye.